Welcome to the National Political Debates, brought to you by the Jamaica Debates Commission, in association with Jamaica Public Service Company Limited, changing lives with their energy, and the D&G Foundation, here for Jamaicans, here for Jamaica. Tonight, we focus on socioeconomic issues. Our moderator is Archibald Gordon.
Good evening. Welcome to the first of 3 political debates organized by the Jamaica Debates Commission, staged before a live studio audience. The debates are intended to assist in identifying, clarifying, and understanding the issues being presented in this general election campaign. This evening's debate focuses on socio-economic issues and is in the form of a team debate. As is customary in debates production, the audience is prohibited from applauding the debaters, except for now, after we introduce each team. Our 2 teams tonight are, for the People's National Party, Dr. Dayton Campbell. Miss Lisa Hanna. And Mr. Raymond Pryce. For the Jamaica Labour Party, Mrs. Marlene Malahoo Forte. Mr. Warren Newby. And Dr. Sapphire Longmore. Members of the panel of questioners are Ingrid Brown of the Jamaica Observer, Garfield Burford of CVM Television, and Nadine McLeod of the RGR News Center. I am your moderator, Archibald Gordon. The guidelines for tonight's debates have been previously agreed and are posted on the Debate Commission's website. That's www.jamaicadebatescommission.org. The guidelines include questions being no longer than 30 seconds and each team being allowed 60 seconds to respond to each question. Rebuttals are limited to 45 seconds. The questions posed in tonight's debate are created solely by the panel of journalists and are not influenced by the Jamaica Debates Commission in any way. Arising from a coin toss earlier, Team JLP will go first in their opening statement, while Team PNP will make the final statement at the end of the debate. And now the 2-minute opening statement from Team JLP.
Mr. Moderator, esteemed commissioners, distinguished panelists, my worthy opponents, fellow Jamaicans. We share a fervent desire to create a society that is just, safe, and enabling, allowing every youth, young Jamaican, the opportunity to attain their full potential. This has driven our desire and our firm commitment to make easier access to education, access to health care, access to capital, and to free our society of crime and violence. I believe, and certainly do most Jamaicans, that the JLP represents the best hope for Jamaica at this time. Our Prime Minister has demonstrated not only in his words, but also in his actions, a resolution to rid Jamaica of corruption, to create a transparent and accessible government. These are the tenets under which we come to seek your support for a second term. We say to you, the Jamaica Labour Party is the party of hope, helping our people to excellence. We salute our workers. We salute the artisans, the professionals. We salute the diaspora, and we encourage all to join us in this bid to make a better, safer, and more prosperous Jamaica land we love.
Thank you, Mr. Newby. Let us now hear Team PNP's 2-minute opening statement.
Good evening, everyone. On December 29, Jamaicans will go to the polls to elect a better team to lead them in the future for the next 5 years for a better quality of life. Raymond, Dayton, and I represent Team PNP, a team that has youth, fresh thinking, experience, and a team that comes to you with management capabilities and leadership capabilities. Dayton having been the president of the Medical Doctors Association, and Raymond being the former director of the Commission for Consumer Affairs, and I being Member of Parliament for South East St. Anne, and certainly regional chairman. The PNP has a strong track record of social and economic policies. We've seen it with the NHT, we've seen it with the National Health Fund, we've seen it certainly in the kinds of development we've done with land reform. We've also seen it in the way we build out our infrastructure, our road networks, the expansion of our airports, certainly the expansion of our highways. And all Jamaicans can be proud of the kind of work that we have done for the majority of our country. What we believe in is people power, equal access, equal prosperity, equal equity for all Jamaicans. That is what you will be voting for if you vote for the PNP, versus big money power if you vote for the JLP. The JLP had promised economic growth. Instead, we had 14 consecutive quarters of economic decline. They promised jobs. We've lost over 90,000 jobs over the past 4 years. They've promised to eliminate waste and corruption, and we've had the most glaring instances of waste and corruption, most recently the JDIP project. Ladies and gentlemen, if it is that you're better off today than you were 4 years ago, then the time has come. If you're worse off, then you must vote PNP. Thank you.
Thank you, Team PNP. Our first question tonight comes from Ingrid Brown from the Jamaica Observer, and it will be directed to Team JLP.
In light of the many complaints about the effect of the free healthcare policy on the quality of service available at public health institutions, and given Jamaica's financial constraints, why would you support a continuation of this policy, and what plans do you have to fund it for all users when there are some who can afford to pay?
Now that's a very good question indeed, because it cuts to the heart of many Jamaicans. The free user access to healthcare that the JLP administration has implemented has been truly a successful venture. There are those who will contend this. However, empirical data implicates that 88% from a 47 billion spent on healthcare usage back in 2007 to 94 billion, I think. Let me correct that, but it's 88% increase in the usage of the healthcare services has been accessed by Jamaican people. In addition to that, we have had increased usage of pharmaceutical industries, and not just by writing prescriptions, but also the dispensation of medications. And this has seen a 71% increase in the satisfaction rate of the users of these services. Now,
thank you, Team JLP. Let's get a rebuttal from Team PNP.
The health sector is in crisis. We have crisis in relation to human resource, where we have a migration rate of 8% annually of nurses. We have a pharmaceutical society where they have 156 positions for pharmacists and only 45 being filled. We have a crisis in relation to the infrastructure and the equipment, where you can't have basic diagnostic equipments available. We have a crisis when it comes to pharmaceuticals, where you have where you currently are owing about $3 billion. So we're saying as the PNP that we're coming to the table and we're going to engage our stakeholders, because that is how you develop policy. We're going to go in and we're going to engage from the porters, the ward assistants and the nurses.
PNP. Let us move on to question number 2 by Garfield Burford. It will be posed to Team PNP.
What is your most radical approach to dealing with the issue of unattached youth, given the significant numbers we have in the society? The most radical approach.
The truth is that youth face a very serious challenge in Jamaica at this time. When we look at the statistics, close to 75% of all crime committed in this country is committed by persons who are under 30 years old. We also have 55% of persons leaving high school without having passed one exam subject, and 70% of our young people are not skilled to even be employable. What we will do is that we have to stem that tide. We have to make young people employable through training, and we plan to upgrade certainly the primary school and basic school training facilities by identifying the 200 underperforming primary schools and basic schools to upgrade them. And we also plan to go and give them job opportunities in the areas of information and communications technology. We plan to do it in agribusiness, and we plan to do it in construction. So when you see a People's National Party government on the move, we'll build up parish youth teams for construction, we'll have farmsteads for farmers in the short run, and certainly we'll put them in telecommunications call centers as well.
Thank you, Team PNP.